Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Africa Sports in the Ivory Coast, where we are trying to build the nation of the Ivory Coast. It is season 5. We are in September and we have to play the Kaizer Chiefs again for about the 800th time. So exactly how it happened last season, we have to play Kaizer Chiefs in exactly the same round as we played them last season. We have to play them in the African Champions League first round in order to get into the group stages. If we lose, which weirdly I kind of quite like the idea of losing, we will go into the African Confederations Cup, which is the Europa League from Africa. Obviously, this is the start of a brand new season, so there's been some transfer business. There's been a lot of transfer business. You can see on the right-hand side, Joseph Itim has left and made his way to England. He is signed for Liverpool for just £650,000, I think it is, but there is a 50% sell-on in there. Any single penny that comes from any sale for Joseph Itim from Liverpool, we will get half of it. We will get exactly half of it, not of the profit or anything like that. So hopefully, Joseph Itim, who's currently worth £6.5 million, hopefully in a year or two's time he gets pretty decent, sells for a decent number of money. Like 20 million. I'll take £10 million from a random Nigerian player that we had for basically one season. We've also got rid of Romaric Kone. He has signed for SC Gagno on a free transfer. A whole load of loan deals as well. And a whole load of transfers. A whole load of transfers. I mean, there's a lot to go through. We're just going to try and fly through them as quick as possible. Malian central midfielder Ahmed Traore signed from AS Nianan on a free transfer. He's got 4-star potential ability. This is what I've been trying to do in this season. I've just basically tried to get my squad filled with the best young Africans I could possibly get my hands on, with the attempt of, we must be able to win this Champions League. Traore is the first one. Slim Chahad is next up. Tunisian, 20 years of age, signed from Romulus. He's got 3-star potential ability. I'm hoping he's better. He looks very good technically. We've actually spent some money on this man. £18,000 for Komlan Dunu. He is a Togolese defence midfielder, centre-back, centre midfielder. He's currently on loan at FC San Pedro because of the non-Ivorian registration limits that we have. Maxwell Guede, 19 years old, Ivorian striker, signed from CFFITA on a free transfer, 3-star potential on this one. He's very good in terms of physically, technically not so good. Signed from our feeder club, Olympic Sport Abobo, is Jean-Firmin Bugui, possibly Bujui, I don't know. 1.5-star current ability, 4-star or 4.5-star potential for a defensive midfielder, and he's Ivorian, which is always a good thing. Another Ivorian is Abdoulaye Digbo, who has signed for £5,000 from CFFE, also Ivorian. He looks pretty decent. Technically, he's got some good numbers. Mentally and physically, he's also got some reasonable numbers there as well. Digbo might get some games. Moving back to the non-Ivorians, it is Titi Traore, a 19-year-old Guinean striker, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, 4.5-star potential, sorry. He is going to play some football. In fact, he's probably going to play a lot of football for us this season. Hey, Elvis Zamble, that's his name. He is 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential for this Ivorian central midfielder, 21 years old. I think he's pretty decent. Will probably get a reasonable amount of football. Probably might be the Joseph Itim replacement. Lassina Legre is next up. He is a right back. He's not a right back, but we're training him up as a right back. He's actually an attacking midfielder in the middle. We don't play those, so I'm going to try and retrain him possibly as a right back. Maybe an inside forward. I don't really know what to do with him. He doesn't fit our system, but he's good at football. Jacob Radibi is next up. He is a South African central defender and right back. We're probably going to be deploying him as a central defender. He's probably one of our bigger name signings of the summer. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. I think we're going to see a lot of Jacob Radibi this season. Christian Diarra-Suba is next up. He is a 6'4" left back, which means he's a centre back with 8 heading. And that's not ideal, is it? But maybe he can learn how to header. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. Signed from Stella Club. I think he's got some potential. He's wanted. Who wants him? FC San Pedro. Maybe he might go out on loan. Who knows? Guasu Conan is next up. An 18-year-old Ivorian right back. I've brought him because he's a right back. He is also unambitious. I don't know whether there's much in Conan here. He's got 2.5-star potential ability. Current ability is garbage. He's absolutely garbage. I'm hoping he develops. He probably won't. Adam Bamba is next up, and Adam Bamba is real and actually looks very good. We've signed him from Genoa in Italy. He's gone out on loan to RC Abidjan and already scoring twice in 2 appearances for them and getting an assist. I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't have loaned out Adam Bamba because he's clearly a very good footballer. But if it helps to progress RC Abidjan in the league, and I guess in continental competitions, I nearly said Europe, it's not Europe, but if he helps progress them, then that's a good thing, surely. Another real player to join is Mohamed Doumbia, who has signed from Toulouse in France. He is 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, still only 24 years of age. I think he's good. I think there's definitely something here. He can play as the deep line playmaker. He can play in the middle of the pitch as well if we need him to. If we really want, he can also play as a central defender. He's 5'9" though. Kaizer Chiefs is next up, a 19-year-old South African central defender. I think there's something here, but I'm not quite sure whether we're ever going to see it. 1.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. Maybe he might go out on loan somewhere. Who knows? The final permanent signing that we have made is Olivier Conan. Another Conan. I think that's 3 of them we've signed now. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. I think Conan is probably good. Judging by the potential of the 4.5-star, and his physical stats, also mentally he's got some decent numbers, some of them not the best. Work rate of 6 isn't ideal. Also 14 finishing. Olivier Conan is a very good footballer. Let's see whether he can actually prove it on the pitch. He has scored for his previous club 7 goals in just 4 appearances, so he knows how to score a goal. And finally, on loan from Inter Milan. Yep, we've gone and got another loan signing. It is Jan Gaboho, a 22-year-old Ivorian attacking midfielder. He doesn't fit the system, but I think he can basically fit any position we want him to play. He's probably going to be a central midfielder, maybe as a Mazzala or a box-to-box is probably the 2 roles that I'm likely to deploy him in. He's going to be here for a season. He's very, very good as well. So, obviously, I think that's a good deal. I think that's a good signing. So yeah, that was the whistle-stop tour of all of our transfer business. We have spent some money, £115,000. Diarra Suba being the most expensive at 85k. Then you have Donu at 18, 5k for Digbu, and Traore's cost £6,250. But, like I said, we have sold Joseph Atim for potentially £750,000 and that big 50% sell-on. So yeah, we have got some money in there. You can see as well, there's some loan deals. I mean, I'm not going to go through all of them. Most of them are fringe players anyway. Obviously, we're not at the start of the season. We have played some football, and we haven't won the Super Cup. We did go through against Kano Pillars, who I think are Nigerian. I think they were a Nigerian side. They are a Nigerian side. We went through in the Champions League after a 3-1 victory and then a 3-2 victory. We did lose to ASEC Mimosas because lots of our players were absolutely shattered, because they basically played all the way up until the end of last season and then had about a week off and then the new season started. So they were absolutely knackered. So we had to basically play a little bit of a rotated side in that one. Then win in the league. 2 games only played at the moment, but we've scored 7 and haven't conceded a single goal. It's Kaizer Chiefs time. I kind of don't want to win, but also I do want to win because Champions League is where we need to be. Now, obviously, this time last season, we did scrape past Kaizer Chiefs. That is something that we managed to do. Hopefully, we can do it again. I'm not really confident that we're going to, though. The starting lineup for the Kaizer Chiefs game, though, Christian Drogba will be our number 1 goalkeeper. A back 4, which is slightly changed from most of last season. Jacob Radebe comes in. Koopstad, Karuma and Mayeri round off the rest of the back 4. Marc-Olivier Kisidou, Big Viv and Pacome Zazua will be in the middle of the pitch today with Fonseca, Alozi and Latte Lath as our strikers. I really want Latte Lath to score goals and do well for us. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm trying. I'm desperately trying to get Latte Lath into a good player. Just in case you were wondering, Big Viv did spend a season out on loan last season in France and the season before in France, SO Cholet. So he played for US Avranches in Ligue 2 or Ligue 2 if you are French, which I am not, and he did all right. He's getting better, isn't he? He's certainly getting better. So I'm hoping Big Viv has a big season in him this year. He's got a big contract still, so he's got plenty of time to develop, and hopefully we don't have to be forced to sell him to a bigger club with a 50% sell-on. Now, I am split between, do I want to qualify for the Champions League and go through the heartache and the pain of basically having to play all of those group stage games and then getting knocked out by Sundowns in the next round, or do we want to basically take a cheap route, go through the Confederations Cup and win that one and actually get a trophy in the bag. We've got 20 minutes on the clock and we do have the ball. Marc-Olivier Kisidu with it. Back to Radibi. The South African plays it forward, doesn't find a green and red shirt, and Ngakobo is going to run forward, cuts through a bunch of players. Apollos is there, and it is a wonderful tackle by another South African, Keegan Koopstad, to concede a corner. It's Apollos taking that corner. A header from Radibi. I nearly called him Lucas Radibi. It's not Lucas Radibi, the former Leeds United player. We've nicked that ball away as well, haven't we? We have Alozi collects it. He's going to run off to the right-hand side. Loads and loads of green and red shirts trying to get forward. Alozi has been upended. Frosler picks up a yellow card, but that was quite sensible. Quite a sensible booking for them. Koopstad has it now, 21 minutes. Alozi over the top. Latte Lath controls it. Is he going to score a goal? He's not going to score a goal. The keeper dives a little bit of a television save, holds on to the ball though. Quite a lot going on so far in this match. Still 0-0 at the moment. Rebello has it for Kaizer Chiefs. He's going to run across, plays it towards the right-hand side. Apollos into the penalty area, gets past his man, and Oswin Apollos makes it 1-0 underneath the Italian and Ivorian goalkeeper Christian Drogba. Not the best start. Not the best start as well. Plus, they're being the better side, aren't they? They are definitely the better side. Half an hour now. They've once again got the ball. Sitole across to Hlope, maybe. That's possibly not how it's pronounced at all. Sitole once again with the ball. Rebello forward to Lovell. Lovell across left-hand side is Frosler. And Reeve Frosler makes it 2-0. I'm starting to think that we might not be getting through to the Champions League, which kind of makes me happy because at least we're going to have a slightly different season where we might play some teams that we've never played before. You wait, we'll get the draw for the Confederations Cup and we'll draw Wydad Casablanca, we will draw ES Tunis, and we'll probably draw Simba, won't we? Fonseca has the ball for Africa Sports. He's come inside, plays it back to Kisidu. Now Big Viv. Kisidu wants it again. There's a runner in Keegan Koopstad. Instead, it's gone to Alozi at the back post. He keeps the ball in play just about. Crosses it in. Zazua's not going to get there. Oh, I say Zazua. It wasn't going anywhere near him, was it? And now Hlong Wayne has collected the ball. He's got no real options. Goes it alone himself. Hits it just wide of the post. We are being dominated here. We are being absolutely dominated by Kaizer Chiefs. I think the problem that I've got is I've brought in too many players. I know I needed to kind of build a little bit of strength and a little bit of depth. The problem is I have bought about 20 players in the summer, and there is the whole, the dynamic system, which I think I've basically just ruined completely. We're 2-0 down at half-time in the first leg. Let's go into the second half. No changes for us. I did shout at them. I gave them an angry. Even though my assistant manager said, don't be angry at them. Tell them they've been excellent. We have the ball with Jacob Radibi. We've gone backwards. Keegan Koopstad collects it. Highlight ends because that wasn't really a highlight. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening in this second half. We do have ourselves a throw. Latte Lath controls it back to Mayeri. Crosses it in. Alozi is there. How? Sorry, what? How have you not scored that? It was easier to score that. It's still alive. It's not alive, is it? We haven't done any subs. We've got 20 minutes to play. Latte Lath is coming off. Brahima Utara will be coming on. Latte Lath has scored 2 goals in the Champions League. So he did get a couple of goals in the first leg. Not the first leg, the first round. But he's just not doing it. He should be good. He should be scoring goals. He just can't do it at the moment. Right, we're doing a whole load of changes here. We are bringing on Sheriff Jimor. He's going to come as a left back. Keegan Koopstad is going to move into defence midfield, which means Kisidu is substituted. That is that one. Fonseca and Latte Lath also coming off. Latte Lath for Utara. Fonseca coming off for Mohamed Bamba. Alozi's moving over. Lots of things have happened, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. If we can score a goal, then maybe the second leg might be a bit more interesting. The ball is towards the back post. It doesn't find anyone, and Radibi kicks the ball in to a Kaizer Chiefs player. We do keep the ball alive, though. It's across to Bamba, Koopstad, forward to Karuma. Right-hand side is a player. It is Charles Mayeri. First time pass to Chexi Alozi. Runs into the penalty area. Is he going to get across away? He has. It's Bamba. It's a wonderful save from the keeper. And Bamba was offside anyway. Great. We've just not been good. We've just not been good in this game at all. Kaizer Chiefs have deserved everything so far. We are better in the second half. We are definitely better in the second half, but we're still not really getting past their back 4 or 5, however many defenders they seem to be playing. Big Viv to Bamba, the substitute. Across on the right-hand side is Charles Mayeri, if he can keep the ball in, which he does. Zazua's there. It was Utara also there. Keegan Koopstad keeps it alive. Jimor and Koopstad passing. Onto the left is Mohamed Bamba, 3 in the box. Is the cross going to come in? Is Zazua's unmarked? He played it down to Alozi. Why did he do a little dinked header down to Alozi when he could have just had a go himself? Sometimes players are too selfish. Jacob Radibi scored. Hold on, we're back in this game. Jacob Radibi, the South African defender, a new signing on his debut, has just made it 2-1. That's quite big. I was just having a moan about everything else that's going on. So it looks like we are still somewhat in this match, or this tie. 2-1 on the night in the first leg. We have that vital away goal. We didn't perform well. We got away with that. Right then, we're going to go forward to further matches. Then we're going to play SC Gagno and Lagoke FC in the FA Cup second round. We'll be back for the second leg against Kaizer Chiefs in just a moment. Back then for the second leg against Kaizer Chiefs. Obviously 2-1 after the first leg. The two matches that we played in between, we've won both of them. We actually played all the children for the cup game and still won 6-0. So yeah, the cup games are fairly simple. Let's play Kaizer Chiefs. We need to win 1-0 and we will go through. I'm not really expecting much. If we go through, we go through. That's good. If we go out, we go out. That's fine by me. The starting lineup then for the second leg. Christian Drogba keeps his place in goal. The back four is very similar, apart from Keegan Koopstad has been dropped for Sheriff Jimar, who Sheriff Jimar basically gives us more of an option going up and down that left flank. JFB, Jean-Franck Bedier, has returned from his loan deal in France. He will be the deep-lying playmaker today because basically Kisadu didn't play particularly well and I don't think he really can do a job there. Bedier might be able to. Big Viv and Zazua round off the midfield with Fonseca and Alozi on the wings, and TT Traore will be our striker today. He did play the league game, scored a goal and got an assist, so he knows how to play a little bit of football. I don't know whether this is a good sign, but we are seeing the very first highlight of the match. We do have the ball though. Sheriff Jimar has it. He's going to go across to Radibi, who really shouldn't be playing this game, but I do like Jacob Radibi. Big Viv's going to run. JFB, long ball, finds Alozi, very early chance. We might get the ball in, you know. Back post is Fonseca, and 25 seconds on the clock. Fonseca gets his 6th goal of the season. It's 1-0 against Kaizer Chiefs. We are now in the driving seat in this tie. Let's make it 2. If we score 2... Well, to be fair, if Kaizer Chiefs score, we still have to get another goal. Like, going 1-0 up doesn't really benefit us, because if Kaizer Chiefs scored anyway, we'd end up basically going out anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. We've got another chance. It's Sheriff Jimar forward to Traore. Back to Jimar once again. Loads of space for the Ivorian and Nigerian to run into. Little back flick to Bedier. Bedier back to Sheriff Jimar. Lots of space if he wants to try and whip a cross in. Stops and eventually crosses it in. Pacome Zazua's there. Zazua's headed effort dinks the top of the bar and goes over. Lots going on in this match so far. Karuma's running forward to Bedier. Jimar's got space. So has Alozi. Big Viv now has it. Zazua. On the right-hand side is Fonseca. Left-hand side is Alozi. He's going to run into the penalty area. He's crossed it in. Fonseca's there once again. And Fonseca, with his headband and his dreadlocks, makes it 2-0 on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. We're knocking them out of the competition again, aren't we? We're going to knock them out of the competition. We're going to go to the group stages. We're then going to go through that. Then we're going to lose to Sundowns in the next round. We always lose against South African teams in the Champions League. Every single year, it's been a South African team. So I have like PTSD about South African teams. Ungakobo, slide tackled by Jimar, but Kaizer Chiefs still have it. Lovell, edge of the area, gets past his man. Drogba makes a very good save. Mayeri makes a good block as well. Fonseca needs to get the ball clear, or the highlight can end. Fair enough. And instead, we're going to see a Kaizer Chiefs attack starting from their defence, maybe, unless we can steal this away. Hlophe forward. Their name is Linda Hlophe. Linda. Is that like a regular South African name? I don't know. Ungakobo on the right-hand side. Loads and loads of African sports players in the box, but nobody was marking Apollos. It is 3-3 on aggregate. It is all square. We've both got an away goal now. Let's not concede any more, because if we concede another one, we are very much no longer in the driving seat in this tie. Christian Drogba has the ball to Radibi. We've got 20 minutes of the first half. Alozi's going to control it. Comes inside, plays it back to Big Viv. Sheriff Jimar on the left-hand side. Lots of space if he can get the cross in. Plays it to Alozi instead. He's crossed in. Fonseca on a hat-trick. Big Viv on the volley. And Big Viv's done it again. The goalkeeper really should have done something about it. He was not paying attention. Big Viv makes it 4-3. His 2nd goal of the season. We're back in front. Alozi is doing some work, isn't he? 2 assists He's got, obviously, Fonseca scored 2 goals. Big Viv getting on the score sheet as well. And I think Alozi kind of helped create that chance, didn't he? There is a throw for Kaizer Chiefs. Lovell has it. Is he going to try and cross in? He doesn't. Plays it back to Labusa. He's crossed it in. Kuruma heads clear, but only as far as... Can somebody mark him? Can anybody? He scored 2 ridiculously long-range goals. Not only does that mean that Kaizer Chiefs are back into this game, they are technically winning this side, on away goals. They are winning the tie on away goals. We are not quite at half-time. Mayeri to Kuruma. Kuruma, is he going to go backwards? Of course he does. He goes across actually to Radibi. Jacob Radibi scored on his debut. Finds Jimmer on the left. Little dink down to Alozi. Back to Jimmer, the fullback. He's crossed it in. Fonseca's there. Down to Pacome Zazua. And Zazua makes it 5-4 on aggregate. What is going on in this game? There's been 6 goals in the first 45 minutes. And we finally made it to half-time. We are in front. We are in front in this tie. That is good news. I'm now interested to see South African sides and how they're doing. I can see Cape Town City are losing against Highlanders, but they are 6-2 up on aggregate. So I think they're winning that one. Sundowns are also beating Young Africans. So I'm thinking we're going to go out to either Sundowns or Cape Town later on in the Champions League. Although we could still go out to Kaizer Chiefs. No changes for us at half-time. No changes either for Kaizer Chiefs by the look of it. Their defence are playing so badly. The only player on their team who's playing well is Apollos, and that's because he's just scored 2 goals completely by himself. Not a lot is really happening in the second half, which I'm perfectly fine with. It's a goal kick for Kaizer Chiefs. They've got it in their penalty area. Tackle him, please, Alozi. Alozi has tackled him. How have we not scored? We have scored. TT Traore makes it 5-2 on the night, 6-4 on aggregate. What a weird highlight. What a completely weird highlight that was. But I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm perfectly okay with it. We're winning this game. Mayeri's throw to Traore. Back to Mayeri, the throw-in taker. Crosses it in. Alozi's there. He's hit the bar. The ball is cleared. And it does end the highlight. That was weird. I thought Alozi was going to score then. We've got another chance. Jimot to Alozi. Chests it down. Crosses it in. Fonseca on his hat-trick. What a save that is from the keeper. And the ball is cleared once again. We are battering them. We are absolutely battering them at the moment. There are 2 more goals left in this game, I think. 2 more goals to come. We are going to do ourselves a sub. TT Traore is coming off. Brahima Utara will be coming on. Not because Traore is playing badly, by the way. Just because I want to have a change as a striker. I'm thinking Jacob Radibi also needs to be coming off. So he will be for Traore. By the way, we've got 2 constant Kawomes on the bench. One as a defender, one as a striker. Don't get them confused, because the last thing you want is a striker playing as a centre-back or a centre-back playing as a striker. We will do our final sub as well, and it's going to be JFB for Constant Kawome. Sure, play as a defence midfielder. We've only got 7 minutes of normal time. Big Viv, edge of the area. Back to the substitute Traore. He's going to run on the left-hand side. Crosses in. Fonseca's there. Doesn't get it. Alozi's not going to get the ball either. But it's cleared upfield. Pacome Zazua is going to take probably 6 minutes to control this ball. Does eventually collect it. He's lumped it up down that right-hand side to Fonseca, who is still on a hat-trick, by the way. Crosses it in. Brahima Utara's effort is not very good. Straight into the hands of the keeper. Well, I think we've done it. I think we've got past Kaizer Chiefs once again at the same stage that we played them last season. The first leg was awful. The second leg was one-sided, wasn't it? 5-2 on the night, 6-4 on aggregate. Fonseca picking up man of the match. Alozi getting 2 assists as well. Decent performance, I think, in that one. We're through to the Champions League group stages for the 4th year in a row. And then we're going to get knocked out by a South African side in the first knockout round. So the age-old question, as always, when is the draw taking place? I never know this. I should know this by now, shouldn't I? Because it happens every single season. 11th of October. So what we are going to do is we're going to go forward to the 11th of October in this episode. So we've only got to play Bouake FC. So yeah, we'll be back very shortly with the Champions League group stage draw. We are back and we have played our Bouake FC game. We won it because, of course, we did. We are here for the Champions League group stage draw. Just something I want to mention very quickly. Gaboho, I think that's his name, the guy I loaned from Inter Milan, he didn't play against Kaizer Chiefs because he's not registered. We had a similar problem with Max Gradle, that's his name, with Max Gradle a few years ago. He won't be able to play in half of the group stage games either. I will be able to then register him in December or January, something like that. Anyway, the Champions League group stage draw there's no seeds or anything like that. So we are just going to go through. We are in Group B. Fair enough. That's good. At least we're out the hat early. We have Al Ahly. Of course we do, because we have to play those. Have we got... who's left in there? Wydad Casablanca we've played a few times. ES Tunis are still in there as well. Vita Club. So it's going to be one of those three, isn't it? It's not. We've got a new team. We have USM Alger, who are from Algeria in our group. And then finally... Seriously? So, I mean, you can't see half of them. Let's just press this button here. So, we've played literally 3 of the 4 teams already. I mean, this is the problem with the African Champions League. At least one of them's out. It's Wydad Casablanca. So, right, okay. So, our group then, Al Ahly, USM Alger, and Wydad Casablanca. We never seem to draw the fun teams. In my opinion, we never seem to draw the fun teams. The AC Leopards, the Club Africain, Coats and Sports, these would be fun teams. These are teams we've never played. Stade Malien, that's a team we've never played. Kabawe Warriors, we've never played anyone from Sudan. We always seem to get Egyptian, Algerian and Moroccan sides every single season. So with that in mind, what are we going to do for our Champions League? I don't really want to do what I did last time, because it took a long time to film that episode. It took me a good hour and a half maybe to do the whole thing from start to finish. But also, I don't want to spend 2-3 episodes just plodding our way through the Champions League group stage games. So what we might do is we might do those two. USM Alger and Wydad Casablanca. We won't play Al Ahly. Or maybe we will. Maybe we do that. And then we do that. I don't know. You'll find out. We'll definitely play in them, because we've never played those before. That should be exciting. We've played everybody else though. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Africa Sports, building a nation in the Ivory Coast. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager. See you in the next one.